One of the greatest indicators of an upcoming move in a stock is insider trading. And it's very easy to explain because it's very logical. If you're the CEO of a company or the CIO, the CFO, I really like to look for the CFO because he knows the numbers more than anybody else. If they're putting their own money down on the open market to buy their stock, then that tells you something about where they think the company and the stock price is going to go. Now, selling, on the other hand, is a little bit more difficult because they can sell on the open market stock that they got from compensation packages and these sort of things. So selling is always kind of happening. If you want to see something scary from the perspective of selling, look at the selling on Palantir in Trade Canary. It's Peter Thiel and it's Alexander Karp selling hundreds of millions of dollars worth of shares. Now, they were in very early, and the stock's up a lot. So it makes sense that they would do that. But again, is Palantir going to go down because of that? Probably not. In fact, it might even double before there's any sort of true meaningful pullback. So selling is harder to read. Buying, on the other hand, in the open market is a fantastic indicator. It's better than all of the technical indicators in my experience. Go to the Find Opportunities tool and check insider trading and then uncheck it and see what the performance of your strategies, how they change when you add that insider trading into the mix, specifically buying. So within Trade Canary, the insider trading tool is really a log of, by default, those on the open market transactions from C-suite and board of directors. So you can filter through this by minimum amount. Like, we don't care if a CEO bought $5,000 worth of stock. Maybe he's just trickle buying. Maybe he's trying to trigger an algo with what I would call a piker purchase. But if it's over $200,000 up into that $1 million range, then you might really be onto something. So what you can do then is filter through by minimum amount. Start at like $200,000, see what you turn up. You can also track stocks that you're holding or are interested in and just see a log of what's happening from the perspective of the SEC. So right now, by default, we have it set to buying. So that's, just to be clear, this is not like compensation packages or anything like that or anything wonky. This is the person in the board of directors or the C-suite opens their broker account, buys the stock, and then they're required to file that Form 4 with the SEC to tell them that they did it. If you want to look at just a log, you can select all, and you'll see all the different types of transactions, insider transactions that are logged with the SEC. And once that loads, just 1 second here, I'll show you how you can look into the exact filing as well. In the meantime, there's another tab here, the top recent insider trades. So this is kind of just like on the dashboard where we've got our top 3. This is a running log of what would appear on the dashboard as they come in. So over $150,000 C-suite board of directors, and you can just look at going back in time, our little baseball cards. In fact, here's one of our picks right here. The CEO of Intel, Pat Gelsinger, put down $250K of his own money, bought 11,000 shares on 11/4. So this is a quick window into our baseball card format. You can sort it by the amount that they bought, price to book, extremely valuable. Market cap, right? Maybe you're just looking for those higher market cap companies. You don't want something that's low market cap. Or officer title, right? If you want to find CFO, CEO, etc. Okay, so let's go back to our search tab. So this is the running log that is filed with the SEC. And we're constantly scanning the database at the SEC and pulling in these trades. You can click the details button and see the exact filing report. So if you need to like dig into these details, you're going to have to understand what the transaction codes are and what type of shares they bought. Like, for instance, this guy bought common stock, but it's transaction code A, which means it's an award. So it's not like he bought it on the open market. He got it as a part of a compensation package, for example. And you can dig into it that way if you want to see what's actually filed with the SEC. But we make this easy for you. Unless you're looking to do that running log, we're going to output what is important. So you can see that when we just looked at with the transaction code A as an award. But for the most part, what we're really wanting to use this tool for is looking at those open market buys. And that's going to find, just like the Find New Opportunities tool, this is going to reveal possible companies that we can put our own money in and follow those insiders along as they go. So click one of these symbols and you're going to get a detailed breakdown on the company, and you can take it from there. Thanks for listening.